Okay. Friends, good afternoon. Happy Monday to all of you. Let's crack on. So for the weekend, we have CPI over here. CPI lined up for the week, Wednesday, 1:30, and PPI on Thursday. So back to back, Wednesday and Thursday. Today's Monday. I've already marked out current sessions Delta candle, 1500, which makes it easier for us to simply just wait on the sideline and wait for the current sessions discovery to complete. Now, the current sessions discovery can potentially run into the 1.1827. The window can then close. You must wait for price to return to the delta candle. So the 1500 candle is the delta candle. Once price revisits that candle, yeah, you can take your exposures towards London low. London low has a downside breaches pending, FYI. Current London sessions low sits at 9:15 and 9:30. Now, I've recorded multiple recordings on how to really map out sessions first low, sessions first high, which is completely different from your standard high and low. If you look over here, the London sessions first low, two candles facing to the downside, flat bodies, 9:15, 9:30. Make a note of it on your phone, notepad, pen and paper, whatever it may be. Sessions first high sits at 9:30, 9:45, flat bodies to the upside. We are looking at the finer details inside of London session. The beauty over here is that you focus from session opening and session closure. Everything that happens inside London session, it needs to be on point, especially your read. So when you are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, first low, the anchor candle is the middle candle. The middle candle is holding the first low and the first high. Downside breach is 1. That's it. Okay, we don't have breach 2 as of yet. We need one more breach. So this tells us that London session is unresolved. The inventory overall from 8 to 1400, which is London session over here, unresolved inventory. Okay, everything here is marked out to the absolute T. The high of Asia is the reference point. The low of London is the reference point. The 9 o'clock candle dragged the 9:30 candle dragged across the grid is the delta candle. The 1500 candle is the delta candle for New York. You're not gonna see delta candle in every single session. For example, here Asia, Asia didn't print any delta, and this is important to understand if the high is gonna remain protected, or is the price gonna run into it because of the discovery window. Now you don't have to guess. You just have to wait for price to return to the delta and then go shorts. Now my focus is not on shorts at all. My focus here is on gold dip buys. So I do see that this week we have prior week, yeah, prior week is Friday, so anything before Friday, the 5th of June. I've already made a note of all the sessions that have left unresolved inventory, meaning all of the breaches that the sessions were meant to print were not printed and left behind. So we have Thursday, New York session. New York session left breach 2 behind. Let's zoom in. Keeping this relatively simple for all of you to really understand how the market moves and how price or price and sessions are literally just chasing these unresolved inventory, because every session needs to print the first high and first low. So look at me zooming in. As you can see, I've zoomed in over here. I'm zooming in. Sessions first high 1400, and it's tagging 1345, two flat bodies to the upside. Line the crosser up. I can even use the arrow. You can see that the first high, yeah, we get that breach 1, 1430. You see, 1, 2, breach one above the first high, and then the next candle brings itself back below. Breach two is missing. There needs to be two candles pushing above the first high and two candles pushing below the first high. So New York has left unresolved inventory. I've already made a note of that. Asia over here has also left unresolved inventory. Look at Asia's first high, 2 o'clock and 2:15. By the way, I've told you already, time and time and time again, my friends, that if you don't zoom in, because I'm guessing, just by looking at the charts, you're probably thinking, why is Asia's first high at 2 o'clock and 2:15? It's because if you look over here and if you zoom in from 12 o'clock onwards, this is uneven. 1, 2. This is not your first high. It's session high, but it's not your first high. These two are two different things, and you have to understand that and really work your way around it. And then we move down, down, down. There you go. See, this is uneven as well. So as of yet, we don't have first low or first high. Let's move over here. This is a bit dodgy as well. Then we move over to a cleaner way of looking at the market. Now we have candle 1 and candle 2. 145, 2, first low. So let's have a look over here. Okay. Let's bring the entire session here. This is the entire session, okay? This is the session, 12 to 8. Cool. Now the first low, 145, 2. Line the crosshair up. Yeah. Did Asia print breaches above? It did not. Look, this candle chased it, yeah, but it came shy of. It couldn't close above. And the candle that sits here at 2 o'clock is also the delta candle, okay, which is a liquidity candle for us. So if I remove the delta candle for a second, you can see the first low, 145.2, line the crosshair up. London prints breach 1, okay, here, on behalf of Asia, but the breach 2 is pending. So a lot of people on Friday were screaming gold shorts. Well, if you look at gold overall, it only dropped. And this is why I don't look at the overall asset class. I look at the session mechanics. If you look at the Friday's move, it was only 1,500 pip move in the space of 2 sessions. Now, how many times have we seen gold pop to the upside on a weekly basis? Minimum 800 pips every single week. Okay, and we caught the majority of the move. Look at this. We caught this 2,000 pip move, multi-session swing. We even caught this move to the upside, 800 pips. We even caught this move from here to here. So just because gold dropped 1,000 pips one time on a Friday, news driven, that doesn't mean that we don't stick to the plan. The plan is very simple. London session opens up. Asia prints to the downside. Asia has upside breaches pending. Now, London prints delta, downside breaches are pending. Because if you look over here, yeah, what's our first point of control when the session opens up? It is to find the first high and the first low. So we start by scanning all the candles from 8 o'clock onwards. Now, this is not your first high. This is uneven. See? Uneven. Uneven. So, the first low, uneven. Now we get your flat bodies to the downside. This is your session first low, 9:30 and 9:45. So you line the crosshair up here. We can see that the downside breaches were pending. So this is your first low, candle 1 and candle 2, yeah? We can see that the delta is printed. So price needs to revisit the delta candle and then take off. Okay? So in order for that to happen, we need breach 1 and breach 2 below the first low. So we get the breach 1, 13:30, and breach 2 at 13:45. It doesn't matter if the candle is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the breach 1 is 100 pips or a 500 pip move. It doesn't matter. A breach is a breach. Breach 1 and breach 2. Session times out, passes over to the next session. This is why when you go mechanical, yeah, it's okay to miss a move like this 1, 2, because guess what? You know that once New York configures, yeah, we come back Monday, boom, Asia opens up, Asia prints to the downside. London opens up. London prints first low, first high, breach one, breach two, revisits Delta. Delta, one, two, three, push. That's it. You know, mechanical approach is the only approach. Monday, perfect example. Let's move over to Tuesday. And then, yeah, let's work our way into the next day.